Hey, what's up guys, this is Noma996, and today I'm going to give you guys the deck profile I've been wanting to do, Pure Artifacts. Now, unfortunately, can't play this deck, at least in regular TCG OCG format, because for some reason, the new card, Artifact Vara, I don't know why I slurred my R, Vara. Anyway, that new card has, for some reason, even though it's an OCG exclusive, it's become unplayable in both TCG and OCG, at least according to Dueling Network. I don't know if that's just an error on their part or something, or maybe it was a mistake and it was an OCG import. I looked at the card list. It is technically one of the OCG imports, so I'm not quite sure on that. I don't know, but it sucks because I can't use this deck in regular format because I don't want to be playing against Dragon Lords with artifacts, of course, because they would fuck me up. So, you know, that kind of sucks. But anyway, I'm going to give you guys a deck profile anyway because I think y'all deserve it. So first, we play 3 of the new card, Artifact Vara. Now, I did a card review on this because I thought it was that fucking good, but I will briefly go over it anyway. Basically, what this can do is that if it is special summoned during your opponent's turn, as all 4 artifacts should be, then you can blow up your entire back row, which of course allows you to special summon, and just do all kinds of crazy plays. But the cool thing about this card is, if your opponent makes a direct attack, since you're not playing any regular monsters, you're going to be directly attacked most of the time. Then you could special summon this. And since it's special summoning during your opponent's turn, its other effect activates. So, I mean, this is really just what artifacts needed. It makes artifacts super, super busted, at least in my opinion. And at 1800, it ain't that bad of a card by itself anyway. So, yeah, automatic 3 of this. Then we have 3 Artifact Scythe. I was considering playing 2, but because it prevents your opponent from special summoning, which in this format, with like fucking Burning Abyss to Tallarknights, I don't think it affects Necros because that's not inherent. I don't know the ruling on that. Maybe it works against Necros. I don't know. But it also Cleaford. I forgot about that too. But still, it prevents special summoning, which is really key, especially this format. And 22 by itself is nothing to sneeze at. It's just a great card. Then we play 3 of the Agius. And Agius, basically, when it's destroyed, it prevents monsters from being targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So, like I said, card effects. But yeah, this basically protects your artifacts from whole bunch of shit, being destroyed, being targeted by opponent's card effects. So basically protect your monster against anything except battle. Then we play 3 of the target Caduceus, and this is basically here for draw power, because that's one thing the deck lacks, is draw power. Is that whenever, during your opponent's turn, each time an artifact monsters is special summoned, draw 1 card. So you can't like special summon 3 and draw 3 cards. It's like intuitive. So every time you special summon, basically, you get card. It's basically max C in a monster you can summon with a 2400 ass, which you always want to sit on. So yeah, and you can only control 1 artifact, otherwise that'd be completely busted. But you know, good on them. We play 3 of then Achilles Shield. I like how they did there, Achilles Heel, Achilles Shield, and this prevents, when it's special summoned, it prevents your artifact monsters from being targeted by battle. So for the turn, so that's pretty good. Basically, all I have to say here, it has a 2200 ass, so it's nice to sit on. Then we have 2 Artifact Labrys. And Labrys is basically here because when a artifact monsters is special summoned, you can special summon this from the hand. So it's kind of like a precursor almost to Vara, but not as good. Although it does have 2300, so I really like that. The reason I'm not playing 3 is because, you know, most of the time it's just a dead hand unless you have your Vara out or you got an ignition or some shit. And then of course we have the sadly 1 Moreltech. If this goes to 2 or even if this goes to 3 or even 2, this deck would be completely like amazing. But it's still pretty good for what it is right now. So 1 Moreltech, obviously just to blow up shit. Then of course the spells, 3 Artifact Ignition. Absolutely need this card. Basically MST, a better version of MST in my opinion. Even though we still do play MST, to destroy shit. And then we play 2 Instant Fusion to bring out our fusion monster of the deck, basically to incorporate rank 5 Xyz plays. 2 Mystical Space Typhoon. I was considering playing 3, but I wanted to bring in 1 more destruction card, so I kept it at 2. 1 Raigeki, of course, and then 1 Soul Charge, because it won't trigger their effects, but still. Play 3 Artifact Sanctum. Thank God this card is still a thing. because then you can just special summon an artifact monster, get off all the crazy effects and all that shit. Then we have Mirror Force, of course. When Storming Wind Mirror Force comes out into TCG, I try to keep this mainly TCG, except, of course, for Fahara, because when that comes out eventually, now that we know that the RCG imports can come out in America, you know, I'm definitely going to pick this up. But anyway, play 3 Mirror Force because, obviously, Destruction, better than Deep Prism at the moment. Again, Storming Wind when that comes out of the TCG, which will be in about a week, actually. Then I'll switch it out. 3 Call of the Haunted, because again, it can special summon on your opponent's turn, and then of course triggers effects of the artifact monsters. So, awesome to have at 3. 1 Compulse, Bottomless, Torrential, and Warning. And for the extra deck, we have 2 Panzer Dragons. I play this because, unlike the other rank 5s, this actually does something. You know, when it's destroyed. If it's destroyed by the effective infusion, you can just blow up a card, which is nice. 3 Artifact Durandal. You should already know why I'm playing this card, because it, again, of course, influences the artifacts. It basically fucks with your monster, with your opponent's card effects. And, again, you can do the Mystical Mallet thing in case you want to get to, which is important now, because now we have Vahara, so we have a reason to want to get to an artifact card as quickly as we can. Then we have 2 Shark Fortresses because it can make a monster attack twice, and he's pretty strong on his own. 1 Chronomaly Machu Mech. It has an interesting effect that's kind of conditional, not really used a lot in most decks, but it's still pretty good. Basically, you can target a face-up monster whose monster's attack is different, and inflict the damage equal to the original and current attack, and it gains the amount of attack. So I don't honestly know what deck, because most decks don't really rely on increasing power, except for maybe Arrow Mages, which are coming out. They got a huge rarity bump, though. Fuck Konami. Anyway, so this would be good against, like, Arrow Mages if you wanted to play that. God. Really, it's just another excuse to have a rank 5, in my opinion, but it's still a pretty nice card. Then we have Wind Up Arsenal Zenmoa, basically to blow up back row or set cards. 1 Keeper of Genesis and Keeper of Armageddon. I shouldn't have to explain why those are good. They're just good. Evocasaurus, blow up a card, burn damage, all that. Pleiades, I shouldn't have to explain. That's just totally relevant. King of Heavy Industry. I'm not even going to pronounce that first name. Basically, what you can do is you can send the top 3 cards to the graveyard. If any monsters were sent, destroy up to the number of those cards. And that's pretty good, because say if you summon this, it takes some. It'll happen rarely, but you can summon this if you can. So you do this, send artifacts to the graveyard, and then you can just blow up shit, and then you can bring it back with Call of the Haunted. So pretty nice. And then, of course, we have the F-Zero Utopic Future. I just like this card because it's, in my opinion, a better version of Big Eye. Because you can take control of it, and the monster can still attack. And so you can do a lot of OTKs, and it protects itself, which Big Eye never did. So, yeah, really good card. So, guys, that is my artifact deck profile. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Like, dislike. The fact that you acknowledge my video just makes me not feel old. I don't know. I'm running out of things to say. I'm running out of clever, witty things to say. Please leave in the comments clever, witty things to say. Keep it G, okay? Keep it G. Even though I curse like a fucking sailor, keep it G. Alright. So that's going to do it for me today, you guys. This has been Noble996, and I will see yins later. Peace!